The Dennis Rodman build, the prime Dennis Rodman build, shooting, finishing. I'm talking about contact dunks, defense top notch. I'm talking about 8-9 blocks a game in the rec center if you know what you're doing. Snatch blocks, passing top tier for a big. You can do pretty much anything anybody can do when it comes to the passing. You're looking at the official Dennis Rodman prime build, the menace. Now, y'all have seen me hit legend with this build. Y'all have seen a few gameplays with this build. I even had a game where I had like 5 3-pointers, 6 3-pointers with this build in the stage, right? This build can rebound. It can, you know what it can do on the boards, man, right? You know it can block. You know it can shoot. It can finish with contact dunks. There's not a single thing this build cannot do when it comes to the big man position. It can even dribble if you wanted to make it that way. The way I made it was to prioritize it for stage purposes, because that's what I'm going to be using this build in now that I'm a legend. I'm really not going to be playing rec center anymore. That was just to hit legend. This build was the catalyst for me hitting legend, because the XP on it is so sweet, man. When you're playing rec center with this build, you're going to get so much XP. Trust me. And you don't have to do half of what you have to do on a pure red and builds of that nature, right? But you're looking at a real Don Gagan, real menace type build. I'm telling you, I love this build. This is my favorite big man build. I have a popper, I have a 6'10 pure red, I have a 6'11 pure red, and I also had a 6'10 blue red. This is my favorite big man build of them all. Big up on yourself. Let's get to the video. I never thought that this pie chart would have produced such a good comp big man build that can shoot like a popper for the most part. If you're a good shooter, trust me, it feels just like shooting with a popper. I've shot up top of the key with no badges, right? Well, I wouldn't say no badges, because Rebirth gives you badges off rip. I finish in the paint like a pure red, and I don't even have my contacts unlocked yet. I'm fast as a pure red, even faster than my pure red build, my pure red big man build, right? My 6'10 version. And I rebound just as good. I won't say better, because that build is just on some different stuff when it comes to rebounding. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to y'all. Using a pure red in the rec center or wherever you want, 6'10 and above, like 6'10, 6'11, I wouldn't even say above that, because you get a little bit too slow. But that build is too overpowered when it comes to rebounding, and you don't really need any skill to do that. But this build, you can finesse your way around and outboard pure reds. I've outboard pure reds and blue reds on this build. Glass cleaners stand no chance with this build, because it's just too fast, right? So this is the pie chart you want to choose, the playmaking glass cleaner pie chart. If you want to have a playmaking glass cleaner name title, pretty sure there's videos out there already to get that. I'm not making it in that purpose. I'm making it for the fact that I'm playing stage with it. I'm playing rec with it. When I was getting legend, I already knocked that out. So it's just strictly a stage build or park, wherever I want to play, right? So whenever I'm on big, this is the build I'm using. Even my popper build is not as fun as this build. This build gets contacts, and it can finish really well, right? And it's super fast. And the defense is legit. This is the pie chart you want to go with. Let's get on to the video. Big up on yourself, GVO. Let's get 500 likes for more bangers. And if y'all want a next video, let me get 600 likes. Let's move forward.
the glass cleaner facilitator name title and not the glass cleaner name title, you have to put up your passing accuracy or your ball handling. You need at least 3 playmaking badges, right? I believe Robo found a way to get it with 2, if I'm not mistaken, but 3, I'm able to run bullet passer, unpluckable, and break starter, or I'm able to run silver break starter in the rec and bronze unpluckable, and I get a lot of XP by just throwing break starter passes. This is why I made this build as well, was not only because it's so fun, but because of the XP purposes. I know I only have 10 finishing badges, but trust me, it'll do. You'll just have to finesse your way in the rec center, unless you make it like 6'9", 6'10", I should say 6'10" and 6'11", then you can just go straight up with it. You can only get, I believe, like 13 finishing badges if you maxed everything out. So that's why it's really not worth it, because if you have those extra badge points, you can go ahead and put them on this. But I went ahead and went for the overkill. I put my extra badge points on this right here. So right now I have 8. Actually, I have 7 shooting badges and 11 finishing. 22 defense is more than enough. I wouldn't even put anything more up on the playmaking, especially if you get those extra badge points. I wouldn't do it, because you're not out here dribbling like a playmaking glass cleaner on 20, right? That's not what I'm doing with this build. If you want to do that with this build, you can do it. Trust me. You can unlock some good dribble moves at 70 ball rating. You know, you can unlock really good ones, matter of fact, and more are coming. But this right here, all you need, I believe the only thing you can get is 22 or 23. I can't remember. But everything important is maxed. Everything else, like when I said like steel, you'll be fine with a 60 steel, trust me. And it'll go higher once you hit 99, because obviously I'm saying 60 because once you do the wingspan thing that I'm gonna do, it's gonna go up just a little bit, right? So, and the height. So this is the way I did it. Now, you see that? Taking one thing off can mess up the whole thing, right? See that? I didn't really care about having it on free throw, but it would make sense just to put it on free throw, all right? I don't know why it was left right here, but hey, we'll take it. So this is the attribute spread that I went with. I hope you guys make it towards your liking though, right? Make it in the way that you know you're gonna use it. But if you want the glass cleaner facilitator name title, I will go with these attributes. Body shape, I always go with defined. All right, the height, I went with 2.04. 2.04 is the sweet spot, man, because you're gonna be able to get contact dunks once you see what I do with the wingspan. And with the weight, you're gonna still be able to get like a 91 speed at 99 plus gym rat. But off rip, you start off with like an 85 with no gym rat, right? So I'm telling you right now, you want to put it at 2.04. You can mess around and put it up higher, and if you want, I know there's one of my subs, my GVO supporters, his name like Run My Fade. He has the same build at like 610, and I was like, I'm gonna make a 610 version of this just because the XP is really nice. Like if you play Rec Center with this build, I know I'm getting off topic. If you play Rec Center with this build, the XP is legit. Like I'm talking about sweet as day, right? And you really don't have to do much for it. Like a pure red, I would have a quadruple double, and I still won't get the XP of this anymore because they've patched that build in the rec. When it comes to the XP it can get, even when I get 15 block games, they cap me off at like 44,000. This build already had like a 49k game with this build, and I only had like 9 blocks. So I'm telling you, you want to go with 2.04 because you're going to be able to not only be fast. I know it's not as tall as the 2.08, 2.09, but I outsnag a lot of them in the rec center when I'm using this build. And when I'm playing stage, I snag over those 6'8 pure reds too, right? Because it's basically like a 6'8 pure red. When it comes down to it, it's going to come down to the speed and the skill of you timing the rebound, right? So I would go with this height because you're going to be able to get contact dunks. You get a good 3 ball that you can hit with consistently, right? So go with this right here. I'm telling you, man, don't mess around. If you want to use it for only rec center, if you're only using this build for rec center, okay, go ahead and just put it at 2.08, 2.09. You know, if you want to get your standing contacts and you don't really care about moving at a 91 speed, you don't really care about shooting threes like pretty much a popper, put it up. But if you want to make it how you seen me using it in this video, do what I said, man. I dropped the weight all the way down. It's just gonna be, I'm not gonna lie, this build being that fast off rip, that's not even including Gatorade. That's not even including the fact that when you get 99, you're gonna get a +4 again. Wingspan 229. All right, you want to go with 229. You see, you still be able to get contact dunks. Standing dunks is an 87, so you'll still be able to get good standing dunks. Didn't put a layup up because we're not going to be doing too much driving layups with this build. Everything's pretty much going to be a boom out. Don't worry about the fact that you only get a 58 3-ball off rip. You see me smacking threes already with this build at a fresh rebirth state, where I'm just hitting threes back to back to back with a 59 3-ball because I have my +1 sleeve on. Once this build is a 99, you'll have the exact 3-ball of a basically a 6'7" two-way playmaker, and that build can shoot from anywhere, right? Mid-range is solid. You look at the block. The reason why I did what I did is because if you look at the block, you look at the rebound, obviously you're gonna get an 87 defensive rebound. You're gonna get an 86, I mean not an 86, but an 83 block because you get +6 on a block, which is important. And you still get into the 80s, 81 lateral, 81 perimeter when you're at 99. All right, the only thing that did take a hit from me is the steal, but trust me, I've already gotten some insane steals, because stealing, you don't need a high steal to steal, especially since they patched the automatic steals. The way I made this build enables you to get 3 different takeovers. If you really wanted to dribble on this build, you'll be able to dribble on this build. Not sure why you would go ahead and choose this if you didn't max out the ball handling. To be honest, if you want play take, max out the ball handling, and then it'll be actually worth it, all right? Because then you'll, in takeover, be able to do some crazy moves and also be able to move faster. But if you're gonna run real big, I'd go with one of these 2 right here, all right? Probably glass take if you know you really are not good, you're not a good rebounder. But rim take if you know you know what, you got the rebound down, but you want to be OP in the paint like a pure red when it comes to the blocks and stuff. That's what I would choose. And once you choose your takeover, this is what it's gonna call you: a glass cleaning facilitator.
GVO family, let's hit 500 likes for more videos. If you want a next gen video, 600 likes. All right. With that being said, hope you guys been enjoying your time, man, enjoying life in general. Just know the storms hit, but eventually you get through them. It's up to you to pass that test. And when you pass that test, the blessings will come showering down. All right. Anyways, big up yourself. Big up what I might. What you can not Jivan don't know the thing already. I've been gone.